So I've got an election question for you. The last time around, there were a bunch of prophets that predicted that Trump was going to have a second term. When that didn't happen, there were critics who openly, publicly called them false prophets and demanded that they repent. But here's the thing. As far as I'm aware, most of them, if not all of them, predicted not that Trump would have a second consecutive term, but just a second term, which means that if he wins now, they would have accurately predicted one of the most unlikely and stunning political upsets in American history. So here's my question. If when I wake up in the morning, we discover that Donald Trump is the president, are we going to get some apologies from those people that called those charismatic prophets false prophets?
Who has God told you is his choice for this election?
Donald J. Trump. He's never changed that. He's never changed what he said about him since 2015 when he began to speak to me about it. He's bulldozing things God doesn't want. He's clearing the way, really. Well, I might as well throw it out there for Pence. And I haven't been not talking a lot about Pence, but you'll hear that change about 2 years into President Trump's term. And you'll also see more of him because Trump will be helping him to prepare to be president himself for, guess what? From heaven, 8 years of Pence. Trump is going to win in November. How can I be such a crazy person to say that? Because God himself told me that. He said, I will be in the White House in 2016. He said, I'll be there for 24 years. So he needs Trump now in 2016. He needs him in 2020. Whoever they know or Pence will pick for his vice president will be president without a break, people. No vacations in there.
Trump is going to win the election. And that doesn't mean you sit home and don't vote. That means you get out and do everything you can to work, but he's going to win.
The news was on, and I saw Joe Biden on the screen. And you remember this. I told you this. I said, I looked around, and just out of conversation, I said, Lord, Joe Biden don't need to be president. And just like this, just like if you'd answered me, he said, he won't. Just like that. He said, he won't.
I just know that Trump is the winner. By far, he is the winner. It's just got to play out. This is what every Christian's mindset needs to be. Why would you give in to something that we've already won, Paul?
Exactly.
We've already won this election. Why would you give it up?
This is why 2020 has to be about God's man, God's agenda, God's plan. We've just recently, Pastor Gene, had national figures, preachers, politicians, especially preachers, that are getting on and congratulating 46 that does not exist. Nix 46, in the eyes of God, it doesn't exist because God is not putting a man into an elected office as president in this nation based on crime and fraud.
The media said Joe Biden's president. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, he's going to be president. Mickey Mouse is going to be king. Yeah. Yeah.
I believe that he's going to get reelected. You know, I believe that's what God showed me, and I'm standing on that. I'm not backing down.
Donald Trump is going to win in 2020 by an absolute landslide.
Kim Clement is a prophet that was known in the last generation. He passed away, and he shared that Trump would win 2 offices, and I felt the same thing at the same time, or two times in a row.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. It is over.
A lying spirit has filled the mouths of numerous trusted prophetic voices in America.